When the #1 pick of the 2024 WNBA draft realized she would be defending her best friend and former Iowa teammate, she couldn't hide her smile. A photo capturing that moment quickly spread across social media. It showed two Midwest athletes whose shared passion for basketball had taken them further than anyone expected. For most players, competing against a friend feels ordinary, but for Caitlin Clark and Kate Martin, it meant lining up against someone who had stood beside them through years of hard work, pressure, and dreams that once seemed out of reach. Their bond wasn't built through fame or attention. It began at Iowa during early morning practices, long film sessions, and quiet car rides through chilly Iowa City nights. Clark was the intense scorer, energetic, confident, and constantly pushing the pace. Martin was the steady leader, the captain who brought balance and calm to the locker room. Together, they formed a connection that went far beyond basketball. When Clark arrived at Iowa in 2020, she already carried major expectations. Known for shooting from deep range and playing with fearless confidence, she was still a freshman adjusting to a new system. Kate Martin, a fifth-year senior who had battled back from a torn ACL, became one of the first teammates to guide her. She wasn't just a mentor on the court, she became like an older sister. Martin led through effort and example. She didn't need huge scoring numbers to make an impact, but she influenced every huddle and defensive possession. Clark deeply respected that leadership and later described Martin as one of the smartest players she had ever played with, someone who understood the game ahead of everyone else. Their trust developed quickly both on and off the court. Their chemistry was obvious. Whenever Clark delivered a daring pass, Martin was already moving into position, and whenever Martin scored, Clark celebrated louder than anyone. Iowa fans soon began to view them as inseparable.
Those first 2 years, we definitely were working together to I was definitely more of the calmer presence and being like, hey, look me in the eyes, deep breath, it's all going to be okay. And I think the leadership style that I really had was just trust. She trusted me because she had seen me putting in the work in the gym. She knew how much I cared. I was only 2 years older than her, but she believed that I had her best interest.
Away from the spotlight, their friendship continued to grow stronger. Martin often reminded Clark to stay calm and focused during high-pressure moments, while Clark constantly encouraged Martin whenever doubt crept in. Their personalities were completely different, yet that contrast made their partnership even stronger and turned them into perfect teammates.
She is an amazing leader, one of the best that I've ever been around in coaching all these years.
Hit! Nice! Good job, Sharon. Nice shot.
She has just a great read on people and how they're feeling. And I think that's what makes her one of the best leaders I've ever been around in my entire life. Luckily, she's not just my teammate, she's one of my best friends and somebody that I've been able to lean on for more than basketball.
Then came Iowa's unforgettable run. Few expected the team to dominate the way they did, but Clark's scoring ability combined with Martin's leadership transformed the Hawkeyes into must-watch basketball. 2023 NCAA tournament changed everything. Clark delivered historic performances, recording triple-doubles, breaking records, and leading Iowa all the way to the national championship game. While much of the attention focused on Clark, those inside the program understood Martin's importance. She served as the communicator, the emotional leader, and the player who kept the team grounded amid growing national attention. Although they fell short of winning a national title, they captured the hearts of fans everywhere. The Iowa squad became more than a team, it became a cultural moment, centered around two best friends chasing the same dream side by side.
Well, poor Kate has gone quite a while without breaking her nose and having blood gush out of it, and then in one of her last career games, she's on the floor and she has hurt her nose again. I don't know if it's broken or not, but I think Kate's just toughness, resiliency, and leadership is the biggest thing, and I mean, you see it, Kate's a pro player. You see her game, she's hitting fadeaway jump shots, she's going at people. The way she took over at the end of the fourth, she came up with, I think, 6 straight points for us. I'm just so proud of her. She's worked so hard over the course of this offseason. She knew she was going to be a focal point for us on offense, and I couldn't be more proud of her. She's had a long career. She's, all she's ever dreamed of is being an Iowa Hawkeye, and she embodies that every single day.
When their final college season ended in 2024, both players understood that their lives were about to change in completely different ways. Caitlin Clark was stepping directly into superstardom as the undeniable first overall pick in the WNBA draft. Kate Martin's future, however, was far less certain. She entered the draft without expectations, openly admitting that declaring was simply her way of officially closing her college chapter. Being selected felt unlikely, and she prepared herself for whatever came next, knowing her basketball journey might take a different path.
Well, I want to continue playing basketball. I hope I get drafted. I don't know. I hope that happens for me, and if not, then I move on with my life.
Draft night arrived in April 2024 with all eyes focused on Caitlin Clark as she walked across the stage to join the Indiana Fever as the #1 overall selection. Flashing cameras and roaring fans marked a defining moment in her career. Yet even while celebrating, Clark was thinking about her longtime teammate. Then came an unexpected surprise. Late in the second round, the Las Vegas Aces announced Kate Martin's name. Watching from the green room, Clark instantly jumped to her feet, cheering and applauding with pure excitement. The emotional reaction quickly spread online, showing a rising star celebrating her best friend's dream coming true. Perfectly captured their journey, two very different paths leading both players exactly where they were meant to be.
And they were going to have you in the mezzanine. I'm like, you better bring her down here because I think she's going to get drafted. What are you thinking when you hear your name called right now?
Oh, man, a lot of emotions. I'm really happy to be here. I was here to support Caitlin, but, I was hoping to hear my name called, and all I wanted was an opportunity, and I got it, so I'm really excited.
We know what you do with an opportunity. This is the world champion, Las Vegas Aces. How can you make an impact and try to make that roster?
Yeah, I'm super excited for the opportunity. I have a really good work ethic, but more than anything, I think I'm a very versatile player. I can score at multiple levels, and I can guard multiple positions, but I'm really excited to get there, and I know I'm going to give it all I got.
Tough as bleep. Congratulations. Thank you.
During post-draft interviews, Martin spoke openly about the emotions she was feeling. She explained that she had attended the event mainly to support Clark, but secretly hoped for a chance of her own. Hearing her name called filled her with gratitude and excitement, as all she wanted was an opportunity to prove herself. Joining the defending champion Las Vegas Aces meant stepping into a highly competitive environment, but Martin welcomed the challenge. She described herself as a hard-working and versatile player capable of contributing in multiple ways, determined to give everything she had to earn her place on the roster. When the WNBA season began, their journeys crossed again, this time as opponents. The Indiana Fever faced the Las Vegas Aces, placing Caitlin Clark and Kate Martin on opposite sidelines for the first time. Before the game, cameras captured a spontaneous moment during warm-ups when Clark spotted Martin, smiled, and shared a quick laugh with her former teammate. The image quickly went viral because it reflected joy rather than rivalry, reminding fans that sports are built on relationships as much as competition. Once the game started, both players competed fiercely. Martin defended Clark on several possessions, each giving full effort while maintaining clear mutual respect. There was no unnecessary tension, only two athletes pushing each other to improve. Through the game, cameras captured an emotional hug between them in the tunnel, a moment that spread across ESPN and social media platforms and was widely praised as one of the most genuine scenes of the season. Even Aces head coach Becky Hammon commented on the visible respect and connection shared between the two players. Their seasons unfolded very differently. Clark carried enormous media attention, with every performance analyzed as she became the face of a new era in the WNBA. Meanwhile, Martin quietly built her reputation through effort, defense, and relentless energy. Initially viewed as a late draft pick fighting for a roster spot, she quickly earned respect through consistency and teamwork. Fans began calling her the glue player, the same role she embraced at Iowa, while commentators praised her calm and selfless style of play. Whenever the Aces and Fever met, the storyline centered not on rivalry but on friendship. Every handshake, smile, and embrace became a viral image celebrated by fans. Their connection showed that loyalty and genuine support still exist in professional sports. In a league often defined by competition, many fans found themselves rooting for their friendship as much as the games themselves. Their story also reshaped how people viewed women's basketball, highlighting the human side of the sport beyond statistics and highlights. Off the court, their bond remained visible through interviews, social media interactions, and constant encouragement for each other's success. Clark often described Martin as one of the most selfless people she knew, while Martin credited Clark's determination as daily motivation. Through media pressure, physical games, and the challenges of a demanding rookie season, Martin's quiet support reflected the strength of their relationship. Their friendship became a powerful example for young athletes, demonstrating teamwork, respect, and character in an environment often focused only on fame and performance. Fans embraced the story wholeheartedly, bringing signs to games and celebrating their connection online. What made it special wasn't promotion or branding, it was authenticity, a genuine bond formed through shared struggles, victories, and years of growing together both on and off the court. Moments from the Aces vs. Fever games, the video of Caitlin celebrating Kate's draft selection, and the smiling pregame exchange between them all became defining pieces of their shared story. Each clip felt like a genuine snapshot of a friendship built on trust and authenticity. What made these moments stand out was how natural they were. Nothing appeared staged or rehearsed. They were simply honest reactions between two people who had grown together through years of basketball. In a time when many interactions feel carefully curated, their connection felt refreshingly real. Even commentators couldn't hide their appreciation, often pointing out the history between them and describing their matchups as the perfect example of friendly competition. It's uncommon for a close friendship to remain strong after the transition from college sports to the professional level, but for Clark and Martin, the bond only deepened. When Clark faced heavy criticism early in her rookie season, Martin publicly supported her, reminding audiences of the immense pressure Clark carried and the dedication she showed behind the scenes. When Martin delivered standout performances with the Aces, Clark returned the support by celebrating her success online, cheering for her even while focused on her own games. Their relationship has always been mutual, consistent, and sincere, which is why so many fans connect with it on a personal level. Their journey represents more than basketball success. It tells a story about growing together, lifting each other up, and proving that achievement doesn't have to come at the expense of friendship. Both athletes continue to build their careers while learning how to balance fame, expectations, and personal growth. Their paths will continue to cross through future matchups, new challenges, and more unforgettable moments. No matter where their careers lead, the bond formed at Iowa, shaped by shared memories, laughter, and hard-earned lessons, will remain a lasting foundation. Stories like this are rare in professional sports. In a league filled with intense rivalries and constant headlines, Caitlin Clark and Kate Martin remind fans that at its core, sports are about people who genuinely care for the game and for each other. So the next time you see a clip of Caitlin and Kate laughing after a game, remember that their friendship began long before the spotlight ever found them. It started with two teammates believing in each other when few others were watching. That authenticity is what makes their story resonate so deeply. It feels human, honest, and real. If you enjoyed this look at their journey from Iowa teammates to WNBA competitors and lifelong friends, be sure to like, share your thoughts in the comments, and subscribe for more stories that celebrate the true spirit of sports.
And a couple days ago, you beat your buddy, Caitlin Clark, in the Indiana Fever the other night. So, how's she taking the loss? Or are you two still talking? Or she writing back her text? She's being responsive?
Yes, of course. It's not about, about that whenever you have such a close friendship with somebody, we know somebody's going to have to win, somebody's going to have to lose, but, we're there for each other always. And, obviously happy that we won, but also, always cheering her on, always in